The interplay between the bass and the piano. Oh,
Tired of this?
Brother Dan, do you think Asmodean would like my band? Do you think he'd want to cover it?
Would say the problem is
I think he would like your band.
I would be jealous of it. I want to kill you. Oh yeah, let's go, Ryan.
5 minutes has passed.
5 minutes is passed.
Welcome to the LeafCast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. My name is Ryan, and to my right, your left, is Brother Dan. Brother Dan, how you doing, buddy?
Today I'm Dancing Machine. That's it, Brother Dan, Sing Machine.
Okay, yeah. Are you being compulsed, Dan?
I'm. You know what? If this is compulsion, baby, compulse me every day. I got my dance pants on. I got a jitter in my butt. Let's go.
Bring it on.
Yeah. Maybe I didn't wipe one.
Whoa, Dan!
Sorry.
Jeez.
Yuck.
Yes. Stick around. The sun don't shine.
Oh wow.
All right. Well, yeah.
Hey.
Hi, Brother Dan. Hi, Ryan. How are you guys?
Hello, love.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you okay. We're just trying to hoping you could come in a little bit clearer. Let's see. We'll see.
We'll see how the internet cooperates. Even a jerky K is better than no K.
But I don't have any more bandwidth being taken up.
All right.
Ooh, I see somebody in.
He's coming, everyone. He's coming. Hold your breath. Hold your horses.
MaTsDaGgerX is here.
Oh my
it is
God.
a red alert. And thank you so much.
So sweet.
I hope you're feeling awesome tonight, Matt. Hang in. You tough motherfucker, you.
He is a tough motherfucker, and he's in Discord too, which is super awesome.
All right, I'm gonna jump in. I wasn't gonna, but since MaTsDaGger's in there, I'm gonna jump in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while you're jumping in, let's jump in our newest gang member, Josh. Get him. Push.
Body slam.
I'm on my knees. Push him over, Dan.
Why are you guys fighting?
Oh, we're jumping you into the gang.
We jumped you into our gang.
Yeah.
I see.
Uh-huh.
No.
You saw,
awesome, doesn't it? Don't you?
You've seen the movie? Yeah. It's like a pillow fight. Just these tiny little pillow hands.
Tiny little pillow fight. And ring pillow fight.
Mm-hmm. A my pillow fight.
That's what miniature pillows are, right? For like weddings, ring pillows.
Oh yeah.
If you're a fucking king.
I mean.
If you're either only Southern debutantes and kings have ring pillows. If you
and
are just
that get married,
normal people who
usually in
married,
churches, not.
I mean,
where
we're all
like
sure they're all debutantes, Brian. That's it.
Just like a little pillow with a little tiny indentation where you can just sit with a little ring right in there, just so no human hands touch it. It's such a precious tiny little gem. Fuck that.
Hey,
Brother Dan, weigh in on the ring pillow, please.
Yeah, Ryan, the queen has like a ring pillow for every occasion. We only get
for every ring,
like once in our lifetime.
Is there just a room full of pillows?
Yeah,
and little rings on them?
Yeah, if she's wearing the blue dress, then you get that blue ring
pillow.
Okay, huh? Yeah. No, I think you're proving my point correct. I'm loving your new background, Sadai. You look great.
Super pillow, Brian.
Our living room.
Okay, thank you for that. A mind trap pillow, yes. I hope my mind trap is.
When I present you with my mind trap on our wedding night, you'll know I'm fucking serious.
Okay. Yeah. All the other weddings have not included mind trap failures.
Fail.
Ours will be legit.
TF, total fail.
Total fail. Yeah. See, you need a mind trap for it to work. Guys, you learning at home?
I bring a mind trap everywhere.
All right. It's good to hear from Kevin Northcutt. Kevin Northcutt and I played some music the other day. It was sublime. Hopefully we get to do it again soon.
You played Sublime?
You played Wait, you guys covered Sublime?
Oh, yeah. I don't practice sangria. Who sang? Oh, Kevin sings. Kevin sings. It's like Kevin's Phil Collins. He sings, he plays drums, he does it all.
Kevin is amazing.
And they both don't have hair, right?
Oh, what a sick burn that was. Unnecessary.
Pearl Jam fan. Pearl Jam fan. Oh, sorry. What was that?
Oh, no.
Oh, wait. Okay. I think
Charge.
All right, I think this will be our first poll of the night.
What are the lyrics to that song?
Is Ryan lame for liking Pearl Jam? That's going to be the poll.
Can you also
Ryan, you know you lost like 100 cool points when you texted that to us, right?
No way.
100.
No.
It was like, oh, Ryan's at like negative 96 now. Cool, because he likes Pearl Jam.
I like the album 10 by Pearl Jam.
Just because every school shooting I send out Jeremy video to all my friends doesn't mean you need to be ridiculing.
Yeah, you keep saying Eddie Vedder was right all along. I think that's
Fuck.
All right, the poll is live.
I'm gonna shoot a school.
The poll really needs to be who's cooler, Kurt Cobain or whatever Eddie Vedder.
Can we also ask?
No, because I love both equally. I would do both of them wherever they wanted me to.
Ryan, you can't divide your love between your grandchildren.
Ryan, can you sing right now?
I'll do it.
Sing the whole song. What are the words again?
To the box and the front of the board, the top of the
I said I found a kiss, yeah. I want to get down again.
Yeah, all alone on a hill on the shore. I got marbles in my mouth and I think I swear I'm going to win this poll. I haven't looked at the results, but I'm feeling it.
What, is Pearl Jam awesome?
Thank you, Mistress Dovie. Fuck.
Come on, everyone, jump in.
Ryan lame for loving.
She's never seen him live.
MaTsDaGgerX says I'm in trouble.
It's magical if you. Oh,
I was worried I was going to alienate half our audience, but
I'm gonna.
It's the price of greatness.
All right. I need a children's size Pearl Jam I love Pearl Jam t-shirt. Someone find that for me. All right, poll is ended.
At a thrift store because everyone fucking threw them out.
All right.
Find a Pearl Jam child t-shirts in the trash pile, Ryan.
69% say no. I am not lame for liking Pearl Jam. Doesn't mean I'm cool, but doesn't mean I'm lame.
Well, I guess it depends on your standards. That may or may not be a victory.
Isn't Pearl Jam the one with that song that we couldn't figure out the lyrics to? The really funny comments in YouTube.
Yes.
Was that Nirvana?
No, that was Pearl Jam. That was a lot better. We were just recreating it. In a box or a whale again.
Yeah.
Right.
Look,
Kurt Cobain brought the truth from pain. Eddie Vedder just
marbles
I
would. I'm a huge fan of Kurt Cobain. I don't know who this Kurt Cobain person is, but maybe is he like a cover band artist?
He's just super smart.
This
is the big brain version of Kurt Cobain, bro.
You're like, yeah, you gotta have a big brain.
They're called the lemon heads, bro.
Oh man, I was gonna have a kind of a shoot yourself in the head with the brain joke. I'm gonna pass.
See, here's the thing. When I think about me in high school, I don't think Kurt Cobain would have liked me at all. So I instantly gravitate a little bit more to Eddie Vedder because I think I'd have a chance of being his friend. But Kurt, no way. No way.
But Kurt hated everyone equally. It wasn't just you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh, Soundgarden. Oh yeah.
I already got a link. MaTsDaGger, you.
Funny.
You're amazing, Matt.
Yeah, I want to super chat your chat message. Just right now, I want to give you $20 just for that message alone.
So Ryan,
Fuck yeah.
Ryan, next week is your puppy gonna be wearing a little Pearl Jam with like all the dudes with their head down, giving all the high five that album cover?
At least Eddie Vedder with a beanie on. Just to make it personal.
Look, if you show up in that shirt, I might leave the show.
Oh shit!
I'm just saying.
You might leave the show. Okay, but I think you wake up every morning and be like, "Am I gonna leave the show today?" Nope, not today.
That's not true at all. It's only pushes me that way.
You know, Josh is like Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, though. He's like,
he'll keep calling. He'll keep calling.
I'll go. It's like 10:28, and we're like, "Hey, Josh, where you at?" And he's like,
"Yeah, he's deep breathing in a corner." I imagine him like shaking and rocking, holding his knees.
He's like 10:28. Today's the
it
day
was
I
hard
say
to
I'm
stop
out.
in chapter 6, but
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, because it wrapped up nicely, and then it goes to Perrin, and we don't want to get into his story yet.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Well, we start with chapter 2.
Because we're amazing.
Chapter 1, right?
We're amazing.
We are amazing. This is called Unweaving. This is Elaine. And we got into this a little bit. We'll kind of run through this a bit fluidly. So if you guys feel like jumping around within it, feel free, because it's all the same shit right here. This is story right here. Elaine, they're going through essentially it's them fulfilling the bowl of the wind stuff. They got the Windfinders with them, they got Ken with them, they got them all. They go to this is when Avienda unravels the thing, right? Okay. So they're gonna leave by a fucking I'm confused right now. Hold on. All right. Chapter 2. All right. So essentially the pact that they have with the sea folk is that, all right, you guys know how to use this bowl. You guys used it, and we're going to share with you all our secrets, kind of more or less. They're off to go use the bowl. I mean,
it's pretty crazy what they agreed to give away. I mean, it's pretty crazy. 20 Aes Sedai to be forever with the Windfinders, following their rules. Only one can leave, only if they're replaced by another Aes Sedai. Access to the White Tower. White Windfinders just running around the White Tower, learning whatever they want. Like, they sold the farm. I can't see that ever.
But isn't that their thing? It's like the democratization of the White Tower, and therefore making it capitalism, where like everyone is invited to this equal marketplace that's less valuable because everyone's there.
Is Elaine Bernie Sanders?
No. But
Come on, Dad.
Egwene is
Dad.
definitely, a
blood and bloody ashes.
Okay. Bloody ashes.
Blood and bloody ashes. I love how she's like, I wish that they would continue the comment so that I could learn the curse word.
Right. He's like, son of a goat, what? Son of a goat, what?
That was fun.
They get a bunch of
also wearing the concept of joking, like cursing.
Oh, go ahead, Kay.
Throughout these chapters, it was just fun.
It was fun.
If Elaine went into the old school like video rental store, she would definitely go right to the adult section, pull the curtains apart, and just look around.
Ryan, I totally thought you were going to say she would go right to Goonies and watch it like 25 times.
That's okay. Why did you think I would say that?
I just thought you would.
Okay. Okay, I mean, the chunk is my spirit animal, but that's but I never think I don't think I ever told you that though. That's kind of odd you brought that up, but jeez, well, of all the movies, right?
Chunk.
You know what? Little known fact is sometimes when I'm gonna jump into bed with my lady, I go, "Hey, you guys!" And
Yeah, I asked Ryan. I'm like, "Hey, yeah, how's your week been?" He's like, "I don't know. It's been a rocky road."
Yeah.
And who's keeping track of tangents? This might be the craziest first 20 minutes.
Pretty far to the left tangent, I gotta say. That's a hard curve. It's a perfect right angle, I think, Josh. We went
A hard
to left
curve.
field.
That's what
All right. The nerds corrected us again, Brother Dan.
Sloth, not shot.
Jesus, right. Yes. Sloth.
Hey, you guys, yeah.
No. Chunk did the truffle shuffle.
Chunk was truffle shuffle, yes.
Jesus.
And Mouth was Corey Feldman.
Okay.
He was the only one who could speak Spanish, and he just was a troll.
Didn't he like tongue some girl somehow in the middle of a battle scene?
What's that?
Didn't they like make out in the middle of a battle scene in the egg braces?
No, I don't think so. I think he tried to get close to Martha Plimpton and she pushes him away or something.
Okay.
No, it was the other kid, Sean Astin, who got kissed by the pretty girl who thought she was kissing Josh Brolin. Don't you remember?
Oh, and then the stepmom walks in and says, "You shouldn't be doing it that way." All right.
So it turns out they have a whole shitload of Angriel, Terangriel, but a whole bunch of stuff that the kin's been collecting. They didn't know what to do with. They weren't going to send it away, but they didn't want anyone else having it. So they got anything they had the power. They just put in a room. So they got all kinds of stuff. Elaine's going through. She found a turtle Angriel.
Right.
Not a Terangriel, a turtle Angriel.
Turtle Angriel. Terangriel. So
Terangriel.
Yeah.
So Tangyal.
So dumb.
I love how many Lenny quotes we get in these chapters. I think
yes, and they're all amazing.
In these chapters than we have in the entire series up to this point.
Yes.
Yeah, Lenny's all over the place here.
Minis per meter, MPM.
So wait, we're supposed to do lines every time a Lenny quote, right? Is that the rule we made up?
Yeah.
That was one of the ones that I really loved. It's in the later chapters that we read this time, but it's one of my favorites that I wrote down. I think it's one of hers.
This one's fucked up.
Say it again.
No knife is sharper than a sister's hate.
Yes. Sing it, sister. Go, Josh. What's your favorite?
No, this is just fucked up. Tears are for after. They just waste time before.
That's brilliant. She said, fucking slap those tears out of your eyes.
Amazing.
No. Yeah, Lenny hasn't cried. She hasn't produced moisture from any part of her body but her mouth.
Lenny's too efficient.
For at least.
For sure. She just hasn't cried.
If she coughs too hard, cobwebs shoot out of her. Come on.
Yeah,
it's like a dusty. It's like opening a chest in Dark Souls down there.
Like a
Dark Souls. Yeah, I was gonna say Scooby Doo villain, but yeah, same idea.
Oh no.
She's the original Dusty Wheel. Oh, thank you.
I believe it's a fairy house.
I know of a fairy door.
We have a fairy door too. Sure.
All right, I got a couple of drinking obligations off the bat. Quote, trying to mount from the wrong side.
Yes.
That work?
I mean,
and quote, on the back of a leggy brown.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. What?
no. Kay is not dancing for that one.
All right.
Yeah.
This was mine.
Leggy brown.
Thicker
Oh,
than
that's rough.
a little finger, a pace in
Leggy
length.
brown. How about just leggy brown?
Wait, hold on, Josh.
I'm sorry.
Thicker than her little finger, a pace in length, stiff, yet so flexible she thought she could have doubled it.
Yes.
All right, that's better than a leggy.
Yes, Josh.
Wasn't there one later like more firm than hard?
There was, yes.
Yes. I think we
Quote.
did some throbbing in chapter 6 too.
Oh yeah. There's definitely yes.
Lots of
Okay, I'm
thought.
asking you and you alone. Okay. Quote.
Everyone
Take
likes
the bridge
throbbing.
out again and began probing it right there.
Okay.
Okay, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love
All right,
it.
dance.
Now you may dance. Now's the time in the LeafCast when we dance. When we dance.
Dance with me. my monkey.
What a coincidence.
German techno is different because they have to do the unsa.
Yeah, their ooms have umlauts. They go umlaut.
Their bass has umlauts.
That's left field.
Their fists.
Yeah.
True. True.
Unsa.
If only you could tell where techno was from based on whether or not it had umlauts in it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's your like when you're like going through crates of records, you only look for the
oh, this one's from Germany. I'm good.
Yeah.
I am the lord of the dance, said he. Do you know?
You know, in Germany they're called Kraftwerk.
Waterholic Ozzy's so funny. Thank you. Good stuff.
I am the Lord of the dance, said he.
Whoops.
So
I don't know. Sorry.
Wait, we're
Yes.
missing some funny jokes here. Lady cannot love; she can only smile.
You
you can
know,
only not smile.
I'm accused of being attracted to Lenny. I mean, I do like intelligent women.
Hey, may as well chase the wind as love an intelligent woman, says Lenny.
Right.
It's like a snake in your garden. It keeps out the mice.
Oh no, I think she said also if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, get an ugly girl to be your wife.
Shit.
Was that Lenny?
I heard your wife is ugly, but she sure can cook.
What's on your face,
no,
Dan?
it's never.
Dan,
made her to-
Dan, are you having a Mike Pence fly moment? Get the,
Did I have a fly on my
I
butt?
think you did.
Swelling on my eyeball? Was I Aeon Flux right there?
Thank you.
So much
from my
makeup on, you
personal
couldn't
point of
feel
view,
Ooh.
an ugly girl to marry.
Wow,
you.
it's
I had to. Now
funny.
it was stuck in my head. Sorry, I had to say it.
So they go to the
Thank you,
Yeah.
Lisa, for my personal point of view.
they go ahead and they're going to travel to the farm like right there, and they are really just right in the middle, like their town, it seems. Well, maybe not right in the middle, but kind of not inconspicuous. They put this big thing. Avienda builds it. makes the gateway. She struggles a little bit, but no big deal. She gets it going. As she's holding it, she knows there's a dude way up on a parapet up there, just kind of looking. She mentions it, and they're like, "Don't be dumb. That's observant." Or even better, it's Queen's son just checking out things because he's crazy. She's like, "Okay, well, whatever." But they all go to the farm, and at the end, Amanda does what she unweaves the gateway.
The gateway.
Unweaving the gateway was something that everyone was told, do not try to do this. This is a no. Hey, double negative, guys. No. This is a no. Please don't do this. You're going to blow everyone up and probably steal yourself, and it's just dangerous. Don't do it. However, she does it, and this seems to be the ideal way. She's learned it from other people.
And she's learned it from, we learn later, she's learned it from doing it from like a tiny little weave to doing something more complex.
So she was trained how to do this. And the reason to do this...
Well, was she trained or was she forced to do it and not shown anything?
Well...
She wasn't taught how to do it. She was forced to do it at risk of getting something blowing up in her face.
Yeah, I don't know what the distinction is between trained and
Trained implies taught.
Okay.
Does it not?
Right? And I would think that's anyways.
It sounds like no one showed her how to do it. They just expected her to be able to do it and didn't show her anything. That was how I read it.
Okay. But they started off with a tiny knot that she failed 50 times at before doing it.
Right.
So, anyways. So she does it. She unravels this weave, and everyone's like, whoa, fuck, that's weird. The Iced Eyes, like, it says, that's a true talent, girl. Neither Teslin nor Jolene has it, or do you IEL Wilders all learn that as well? And she says, few can do it, but I can. It is a very rare talent, it says. This talent was also noticed by Moradin and a Golem, I guess, but the Golem probably doesn't seem to take that much notice. But there are a couple more drinking obligations before we get to them real fast. Quote, Sumeko's eyes popped whenever they touched her.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. Yep. I mean, and I actually imagine them like just pushing out of her head a little bit, just visible. If you really were focused on her face, you'd be like, "Whoa, what happened?"
No, I'm talking about that person who was like on Jerry Springer. Whose eyes like what? Pop out like when you bring a fish up from the bottom of the ocean, and their eyes are up like a rock cod. Their eyes are up, popped out. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
If you've gone fishing,
pop out their eyeballs.
Ugh,
Google
God,
it, Ryan.
Gross.
I'm on it.
All right. Quote: her face changed color as she swallowed.
Yes.
Does that one work?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll cheers. Boom, Discord. I'll cheers you guys.
That's so good. That's so funny. Nice one. I didn't even catch that.
So yeah, this little part kind of ends with her going, okay, well, I'm out. She unravels the weave as opposed to just letting it go because it doesn't leave a residue. The residue is like this kind of imprint on the pattern, it seems, that allows someone who can read it to know where you went to. So with this thing, you just kind of
it's like data, like behind a photo kind of thing on the internet. Like is it like the metadata? I just learned about that today.
That's, yeah. She
Like,
gets,
Yes.
is that like
yeah,
the
she does the
imprint?
internet swipe. There's no metadata attached.
Cool. That's actually easier for me to understand now. I could not grasp the concept of what the hell was the residue exactly. So that was confusing for me.
Yeah, just think of it
Well,
as
we've
like
seen Rand. We've seen Rand use them a bunch of times. Rand's really good at reading residues, and he used them to follow the Forsaken a few times in the past.
My dog is snoring. Sorry.
Snoring.
Yeah, he's down here snoring so loud. I had to like scooch him. My toes. Anyway, carry on. Oh, wait, there's a couple of other lineisms here.
Oh, talk to me.
When a woman plays the fool, look for the man. That one was one of Linny's favorites, it says.
Oh yeah,
Another one.
Kitten tangle your yarn, men tangle your wits.
And it's as simple as breathing for both.
Yes.
That's so fucking witty. I love it.
Lenny, you know what? Do you think she ever get a straight answer to like anything? Like
Doesn't
it's
seem
like,
like
hey
it.
Lenny,
Yeah.
how's your morning been?
No, yeah. Keep.
It's better than what's
She's
that?
like, well, no knife is sharper
Yeah.
than a sister's hate.
And you're like, oh well, I'm better off for that, but I hate you a little bit more. All right, Dan,
snake's
eyes
belly
popping.
is
This is the best.
It's not bad.
This is what I imagined.
It's classic Marty Feldman.
Just popping eyes,
Bye.
getting stiff.
He had his own show called the Marty Feldman Show. This guy overcame so much. Like your face is everything, and he had to like put that face everywhere he went. He took that face with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I feel a little
it was
sick of
like
myself if I was him. I feel like
before high definition, though, Dan. I think
Yeah.
he got away with some things.
I know everyone knew he had poppy weird eyeballs.
yeah, I mean, how do you know if he's talking to you or not? Like he could be feel like he's always talking to two people in the room, you know?
Uh-huh.
I think that he
looking at everybody?
He's like an iguana.
I think that he's always just on the lookout.
No, a chameleon, I mean.
Well, when
Yeah,
I
yeah.
looked in, he's on the lookout, but when I looks in,
Uh-huh.
yes.
It's
When he's sleeping, does his eyes look like two little teepees?
They look like if you put tiny little like sesame seeds on his eyelids when he's asleep, they would look like tiny breasts.
If he tried out for a Wheel of Time character, who would he try out for?
Not Uno. You couldn't have an iPad to keep that thing in.
Uno's father?
Like it'd be all bulgy eye patch.
Okay.
Like, excuse me, this eye patch is just resting on my.
Dan,
eyeball.
we're being insensitive.
I know.
We got accused of being insensitive by a viewer. I can't sleep at night. It's been days.
Ryan.
Okay, carry on.
All right. So Morden sees this stuff going on. We get a point of view.
Well, I think it's important to mention that
Yeah, please.
we get this thing that happens again and again and again where she's like, oh, I feel someone watching.
Mm.
So now we can and we know now that was Moradin or the Golem, one or the other. And now we can map that back to all the other times, all the way back to Book of One, that someone felt someone watching but wasn't sure.
Yes. Oh, you think it was always more?
So I think that's huge. I think it's huge that we get the reveal right here, like basically halfway through the series, that Moradin is the Watcher. I mean, we've known that since the end of the last book. right?
Okay.
But really, it like really drives it home right here. I thought.
That's cool.
Right on.
I want to say real quick, hey to Jamie and your husband. I hope that you follow along. That'd be super fun.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that is fun.
Yeah, welcome.
So cool.
If you want to be a guest on the show, just message us in Discord.
Yeah, if you're with us.
Yeah.
bring along.
Come hop
Absolutely.
on here.
Get your husband on here.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right.
So Morden is like, holy moly! Did you just see what happened? My man Maddox's like, great lord. He's like, yeah, Jesus, that was crazy. I think she just unraveled a weave. That's impossible. You can't undo that. You can't just unravel it. But she did. And he's like, holy shit. And he starts going through and saying, yeah, these primitives sure are kind of opening minds to a certain degree. It's like, all right, so like seeing a crow use a stick and bend it to get something out of a jar. And that's what Morden's like, wow, these dumb animals actually know how to do stuff.
These stupid earthlings. Now, do you
But
think that
she
Morden
did unravel the
is
web,
the
which
dark
was
friend?
something
Like,
that-
is Morden just a really like? Is that just a an essence of a person? Like, it's not really a person, like a
Who?
Morden.
Moradin is a Shamael reborn, right?
Oh, well, they're all like the same-ish thing, but is it like a right, or are they though? Well, I thought Shamael was more like the main lieutenant of like the Dark One, and then isn't Morden kind of
In
like
the show,
more
yeah, but
about, like,
I mean, he is.
compulsion?
But the Shamael died, right? He was balls on your mom,
Right.
and he got killed, and then reincarnated by the Dark One.
Keep track of
And we
all
know
this
that he
stuff.
has Mogideon's Korasubra, and presumably, at least according to my theory, Lanfear's Korasubra.
I mean, he died and then just got promoted.
Right.
So Morden's
He got turned into
where Ishamael's status was before he died.
Balsamon
Okay,
and
balls on your mom.
balls on your mom. Yeah.
Balls on your mom.
Balls on your mom. Obviously, that's his name.
Balsamon,
Anybody else does it. but-
Fire Eyes, and Fire Mouth.
Yeah, balls on mom.
Furnace Mouth. Furnace Mouth and Fire Eyes.
Furnace mouth and fire.
But they seem to be
eyes.
focused on different things, though. Is I guess where I was kind of going with that. Like,
Well,
are they
isn't-
focused? Like, is Morden does more like compulsion stuff?
Well,
It's
Moradin
scary.
uses the true
Shit.
power exclusively, almost. He
Sorry,
has
say
the
that again?
Saal like crazy, right?
Okay.
And he seems they seem to be. What's the name of the Great Lord's closest servant?
Hadar Haram? Shada Haram?
No, not Shida Haran. That's the like Uber.
You mean this guy? Oh, here's Shada Haran is asking you, is she soul? Yeah. Even in Shadow Logoth, is he seeing himself?
In Shadar Logoth. Yeah, that's a good question. I think we've seen them at Shadar Logoth walking around the walls. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
In the Telleramiad, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Nameless. Thank you, Shadar Haran. Yes, Nameless. Oh, Village Mattress. Oh, yeah, exactly. Secret Scroll. They're all coming in now. 30 seconds late.
Yeah, they're all coming in. That's funny.
All right,
Yeah,
but
it seems like
bonus, yeah. But Shada Haram got it first, so bonus points to him. Everyone, be quicker, guys.
But it does seem like the Nameless is Moradin. And although we haven't seen Lanfear reincarnated yet, my theory is that neither of them, well, they both kind of died, but not fully died. And Lanfear is now under Morden's compulsion as well, or under control. like Moghedien is, because they had their own motives that didn't meet the Great Lords. We know Lanfear really was out for her own personal gain, all the way down to like her and Lan, her planning to have Rand and her use the giant statues to overcome the Great Lord.
Yeah. Sounds
Right.
great.
So if she dies, clearly she's going to be punished.
Yeah.
We also learned that the weather was an intentional thing from the Great Lord.
From the Great Lord, yep.
And Morden's like, oh, he won't be pleased. He had strained from his prison to touch the world enough to fix the seasons in place. And he gets all like, manic, starts like, getting angry. And so
Oh, Dan, is he hulking out, Dan?
Huh?
Hulking out?
Total hulking out.
Like you as a kid?
Yeah.
So what is the ring?
Yeah,
What is the ring that Moradin's thinking about? He says, but what could these women do with it? What? If they used a ring?
Is he calling the ring he's calling the bowl the ring? Like, do they have different names for it, possibly?
No, I think
because he references the bowl of the winds. Never mind. So that's
I think the ring is like some like Terangrial or Sangreal we haven't seen yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not capitalized.
It's not capitalized. A ring.
I like how he traveled with the true power. Traveled is capitalized in this. This is why I love reading the actual book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just
We've seen him travel a few times with the true power. Yeah, he rips a hole, and it's always described as ripping a hole in the pattern.
Yeah, in the fabric.
In the fabric of the
Is that a drinking obligation?
When I did the split.
ripping a hole in the fabric of the pattern?
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, we found out that the creature is the one that was spying on the girl, though, right? Way up there.
But so was he.
Golam.
We don't know which she saw. Did she see the Golam or did she see the Watcher?
Can we say that she was? See, I thought maybe we say she was looking at Golan Heights.
You're gonna get a classic read and fuck off, Josh.
Felt the ability to
Golan Heights.
Golan Heights.
produced
Okay.
ecstasy, rapture.
Come on, man.
Dan, I'm just laughing on the inside, Dan.
You do it.
I really like all the dark POVs, you know, like they're just so much fun to me. And I really enjoyed this one because they talk about hot blood a lot. It's like and it was warm and the blood was hot, and you know, it's very dark and bloody and warm.
We
and-
also we know
Really
that
fits
Golan.
the second season of the TV show, which since episode 4 has felt like a fucking horror show.
It super does, actually. Dusty Wheel tweeted something earlier today, and I happened to see, which I don't usually, but I happened to see it, and I was like, "Whoa!" He was talking about this character that's like really present in these chapters, and I had just been listening to the character. Her name starts with an A.
Adelaide?
What's that one?
Avienda.
Yeah, thank you. No, what'd you say?
Adelaide?
That's the one that I'm. Yeah.
Give
sounds
me
like you're
hope,
about to-
Adelaide. Hope,
But I thought it was
Adelaide.
fascinating because he was like, "I'm missing this character." I think he's talking about the show, right? And we just happen to be reading about this a lot.
Who's Adelaide?
Yeah.
Who is he?
And
Who is she?
Who is that?
Oh, I don't know.
That's
Is it a kinswoman?
Vendane's
It's
sister, right?
it's one of the ones that's with
Sister?
the. Did you say who is that? It's one of the ones with one of the Aes Sedai that's with.
Yeah, the sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Van
One of
Dien's
the
sister.
sisters?
Huh?
One of the two sisters, older
Yes.
sisters,
Right.
who questioned the Black Hawk. Them?
Adelaide.
I don't know who that is. It's all in time.
in the knitting circle, I think she is.
Oh, she's in the center. Okay.
Yeah.
One
sure.
of the kin. That's what I was asking.
Yes.
Elise?
What do you guys think of the kin?
No, Adeleas. Adeleas.
Adeleas. I see it here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the Aes Sedai.
Adeleas and Vandine. Those are the two sisters, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the
Yes.
ones who question the Dark Friend, the Black Ajah. Okay. I asked and no one answered.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. I don't think. Yeah.
So is the Golem the vampire of WOT?
Vampire.
It drinks fresh hot blood. That's his preferred thing that it eats. It's a vampire.
I mean, it seems to be.
Right?
Yeah. This is what I was saying. Like, it kind of doesn't seem like this is a human, like reincarnated person.
It's not. You know, it even freaks out the Forsaken.
What?
It even freaks out the Forsaken because it can kill people who can use the one power.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you. Good point.
And
are we looking at it like a Frankenstein's monster type thing where it's like,
I don't know, maybe do you think that like if to Josh's point, like if he was watching them throughout all of these books and it was always like that, he has to be able to like turn into some other type of form or disguise.
I think it's the Shamael who was watching.
Way, right? Like
I think it was the Shamael who was the watcher. Not
maybe is he a bat?
Well, just to be clear, I think it's a Shamael, not Moradin / a Shamael / Balls on Your Mom who was the watcher. Not
he's the one here that was like way up in the tower that got seen.
Oh right, okay, not, and we're talking about
just to be. I mean,
right.
it's a small detail, but
no, I hear you.
It's hard to tell if it's the Golem or Moradin that was noticed. I don't know how to tell from the textual evidence.
Yeah.
You say Golem.
It says he appears to be merely a slender man, a little taller than average at the time, yet it never encountered anything that could harm it. It is the scariest thing right now. It seems to be able to. It does feast on blood. It knows. Even though the weave was unraveled, it says, they channeled down below, and then there's channeling to the north. So they went north. Should I follow him or not? He doesn't need to see the residue. It can just track.
Brother Dan, this is real quick. This is great. I imagine Jamie and his husband sitting together, reading word for word together.
That is so romantic, right?
I think they're the type of couple who have like, remember the Saturday Night Live toilet for the couples who love each other, that it's like two toilets in one.
Back to back.
Yeah. I imagine them like sitting there on the toilets, enjoying reading together.
Don't tell our new viewers you imagine them on the toilet, right?
Yeah, right. Come on.
That's just weird. It's too soon.
Too soon. Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. Okay. I pulled the Band-Aid off.
Know them first.
I imagine them whispering sweet Lenny sayings into their ears.
They go to
romantic times. I should see.
See, now Dan's thinking about them.
Ryan.
All right.
Oh, the only thing worse than a man is a pig.
Is a pig. Shut up, you! And then he slaps him and calls him a pig. All right.
Anyways, Jamie, I'm so stoked.
I'm waiting for the LOL. I hate the lag.
Okay, so I'm gonna argue that it wasn't the Golem who was seen, based on this.
Okay.
The Golem doesn't talk about what happened down below, but Moradin does. Moradin seems to have observed the events. all that we know the Golem knows is that they channeled and they went north, and that channeling also happened in this room. The Golem never indicates it knows what happened down below in detail. So I'm going to argue it was more than a scene.
Okay, and he wanted to be seen?
I don't know.
Because, like, why would he let it be seen if you think it just,
Maybe
like, do...
has the talent to see people who are shape-shifting or doing the land fear, the trying to watch from a hidden place.
It doesn't help that
it's weird. Like she's watching through a crystal.
It doesn't help that Avienda herself says, quote, "I do not think a man can read my weave," she said to Elaine, "but if he was one of the Shadow Souled or even the Golem..."
Yeah. And the Golem clearly reads the weave. Anyways.
All right, real quickly, just before this goes away, the Will Weaves of the Will Wills is now the creepiest thing you could ever say in bed. I think Rudy Giuliani says that to his his secretaries before he. Yo, no. That's like the.
What are you talking about?
No, yeah. Hey, Hutchinson said she groped her on January 6th, and I think that's right in the book. He said the Will Weaves, this is the Will Wills, and then he groped her.
She's like, "We're destroying democracy. Give me that."
Yeah. Oh my god.
So yeah, the Golem is pretty scary. It does.
The true power makes like the Golem itch.
Yes, right.
It's not like a bloodthirsty monster. It is like planning. It's like, all right, do I go this
Its nostrils flared again. Like, it's just such a weird thing.
Human
so
blood
by
always
sense
held
that it
the
tracked
sweetest
those
savor.
who could channel. What? Sorry, Josh.
I just said human blood always held the sweetest savor.
Yes.
It's a vampire. It's a fucking vampire.
That fits through a mouthful.
Ryan, you're a fucking energy vampire.
I'm an energy vampire?
You are.
Okay. But you're an introvert, and every time we hang out, you just get tired. It's just being an introvert. Josh, it's okay.
It's the opposite of Red Bull. Hey, drink energy vampire.
God damn it. I've never been called worse.
Energy vampire would be a good weed gummy for sleep. Energy vampire would be what
it does
you would
feed on the
call
body.
a strong defense in the football realms. They try to mount a strong offense, but the defense was an energy vampire every time. I don't know. Anything else about this chapter before we jump to chapter 3, A Pleasant Ride?
Let's jump.
No, I mean, that last, like, second to last sentence, though, settling fluidly beside the mangled body, it began to feed. So, like, it definitely has, like...
Right. Cool. Can we just say settling fluidly, stop, and drink?
What?
Settling fluidly.
I know.
Drink.
Such a weird...
I'm not going to drink.
What?
I'll drink
Oh,
with
is
you.
it a drink?
What? I never do this, Dan. You're such
you already
a
did it.
gaslighting little fucker. I never call for drinking obligations. The one time I call for it, you're like, I'm not drinking. Wow.
I'm not.
All right.
I win.
Well, not me. I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna do it. Mm-mm.
Well, you're like, what did you say again?
Settling fluidly.
Settling fluidly.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you just don't know what it's like. With the fluid. The slow turn. The fast.
It got weird.
Right, the only thing dry about me is my humor.
It got weird.
I do.
Yeah, you didn't wipe this morning. You just admitted that at the beginning of the show.
It was a little raw. Ran a mile today, and I was like, I should have been cleaner.
I do want to point out at the beginning of chapter 3, it's pretty clear that we're in Greece.
Did you run a mile?
We're in Greece?
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Wait. Dan ran a mile and we're in Greece? I'm done. Nothing's making sense right now. I'm going to take a headcanon to my headcanon.
No.
No, that's a mind changer. That's all.
Farms,
Okay.
pastures, and olive groves covered most of the land around Ibudar. Okay. And then we get...
That could be like...
She saw some boulders she would have wagered had once been toes on a statue. And another time, the way led through a thick forest of fluted stones amongst the trees, the weathered stumps of columns. Many toppled and all since mined almost to the ground for their stone. I mean, does that not sound like ancient Greece?
Yeah, but yes, it does. And I remember thinking that. I remember thinking that Stonehenge. But that's not Greece. That's
Well,
Europe.
the columns in Stonehenge aren't fluted. Fluted columns are like Greco-Roman white columns with the little points and the divots in between.
Uh-huh. Okay. Fluted columns. Is that a drinking object? No. I don't know. My mind's blown. Has anybody else in chat thought this? Are you all blown away?
Yeah, no, I didn't actually.
I might be wrong because later on we learned that the toes are like of some ancient goddess or something. We'll get to it, but
Which could be Egypt. Right? Like could be like the foot of the Sphinx or something. Yeah, I mean, could be so many things.
Egypt had similar columns, yeah.
So did you say they're olive groves?
So I feel like, yeah, exactly, Village Mattress, yeah.
Uh-huh. And then you're like, oddly, they're just wearing sheets? No one knows why. The scholars are still studying the sheets on these humans.
Is this a drinking obligation? Their perfume was lush and, quote, sultry.
Yes.
Came to mind? It is, right?
Absolutely. I have that underlined, and you took the words right out of my mouth. Let's drink.
So I can you read it clearly for us, Kay? That I'm just
Yes,
Their perfume was lush and sultry came to mind.
Lush and sultry came to mind.
I mean, I know what that smell is. Don't you, boys? Ladies?
Ladies?
Is this one, quote,
In-betweeners?
tongue lash everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it?
Another Dovie Friday night.
The Egwin, it sounded like a party night at Dovie's when Egwin was being talked to by Reno.
Tongue lash everyone, add a question mark. That's how the night starts. Tongue lash everyone?
Tongue lash everyone?
Yes.
Everybody?
Only the best parties start with Dovie and tongue lashing question marks. Well, I don't know. Sorry.
I think this is one too. She wore a scent as strong as any of the flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you're gonna go there,
I like it. She smells right, huh?
I love it.
All right, let's jump to chapter 3.
Yeah. Wait, we are
Pleasant ride. It's Avienda. Turns out not to be a pleasant ride. It's kind of a drag. This chapter's kind of a drag too. I feel you, Avi.
Yeah, let's go quickly.
But it starts off as a pleasant ride. She's like, "Oh, this is cool." She's, and she's talking to Elaine about Rand. And
Roman Garden. Of course, this chapter is a pleasant ride.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Like surviving. Yeah.
Pleasant ride, a drinking obligation.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it starts off with a chapter. Great one.
Exactly.
Great one.
pleasant ride. Dum, bum, and ladies love. Pleasant Ride. Hell yeah. I think it
Hell
was
yeah.
Warren G. And yeah.
What?
What's happening?
I don't know.
We lost Dan.
I'm here.
Somebody's
Let
over-
me ride.
Oh, load it up, get it up, and
Yeah.
let me ride. Okay,
Yeah, no,
okay,
that's
okay.
I was doing Pleasant Ride.
Oh.
Okay. All right, yeah. I should have known you were note for note spot on, and
Hey, wasn't it?
I'm apologizing to you for not understanding just how brilliant that was.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, so she's talking to Avienda. Avienda and Elaine. Elaine's like, yeah, maybe you should just kind of be cool. And Adelaus, I think it's Adelaus. Yeah, she hears her and she's like, hey, actually, no, Avienda should probably be kind of a dick. They're scared of the savage Aiel. They're not scared of us, but go ahead and let her be mean to the sea folk. Please go ahead and do that. And so she kind of does. I don't know.
Yeah, right. What do you guys think about this chapter? Any thoughts?
Sea folk is weird. I mean, just what are your impressions about what's this whole thing that we're seeing with them? Is it a necessary evil? Did they mess up? Did they do a good job with them? What do you guys think?
Josh, go.
I was waiting for Kay.
Josh, go.
Josh,
I don't think this is your favorite chapter, huh, Kay?
It's not my favorite chapter. I also, yeah, no, it's not. It's a little, it was a little just blah to me. I don't know.
You meet a lot.
I
You meet a
wrote
lot of new
down
people. A lot of new
but
names.
What?
Yeah, you just meet so many people. A lot of new names. Do you find the Wayne folk people interesting at all? Are you interested in their culture or?
Yeah, I did have some questions because like it just feels like I don't have that much information about them right now. Like we're just kind of like getting trickles of information, I feel like, but I don't know, maybe I blacked out while I was reading. So Josh, what do you think?
I mean, my only kind of notes about this chapter are her analysis of the tower, which is kind of interesting to see it all kind of like summed up the way it is. I mean, very like explained clearly, like the tower stands apart and above and more even than kings or queens. And that in turn depended on every Aes Sedai being seen that way, mysterious and apart, different from everyone else, a different flesh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do have, yeah. And so like, I do have one note about, like the women in power in this book so far, specifically like, you know, Morghese being a queen. And then we've got Elida just being corrupt. Like they're just all, and Morghese is like manipulated and like under compulsion the whole time. They're just not very strong women leaders, you know, for the most part. I mean, we have Swan Sanche, who's a badass and super strong, and we have Moraine, but she's not like in a place of power, you know. You could argue that Swan Sanche was and was a good kind of leader, but it was really like, I just thought about that during this chapter, so that's what my note says.
And Egwene is like easy to manipulate and like,
yeah, she's just a softie and a pushover, and
well, I would argue
it's not good representation.
Hey, Kay, to that point, I would actually say Berlane might be the strongest female in power that we've seen. Oh yeah, well, how about Swan Sanche though? Before she was taken down.
Yeah, Swan Sanche was the only one that really stuck out in my head so far that I could say, you know, I don't feel that way about.
I think Moraine too, because Moraine like abandons the queenship in order to pursue her mission to save the world.
Yeah.
So in a way, like even like Elaine isn't serving a mission that great. She's only serving one kingdom. Morghese only serving one kingdom. Like if you look at it, really, Moiraine and Swan are the ones who have the widest purview and the least like selfish pursuit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that, Josh. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They've been on a 20-year mission to save the freaking world.
We do see someone who has real leadership and agency here, and the reaction to
Leany
tends to be pretty shitty.
Is it Leany? Sorry.
Lenny comes up and says, it's like if a snake's gonna climb a cactus, it's gonna get pokes on its belly.
That's a great one.
I get pokes.
Yeah.
Elisa.
There's a Lennyism here. It's one of the things men are for, taking the blame.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
All right, we need like some. I just keep thinking. Okay, so I was working on the Dome of Truth merch thing for Josh and the bean Dome of Truth, and now I just like keep thinking of merch ideas, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to put all the Lennyisms onto like a shirt, and I don't. Anyways, okay.
Lenny knows.
Lenny knows.
Lenny Grox.
Hashtag Lenny Grox.
Yeah.
But Josh, to the point that you made earlier, that was an
Lenny
interesting observation that they made. That the it says, quote, the White Tower controlled or influenced events to whatever extent they did because everyone saw the White Tower standing apart, and shows that more than even kings or queens. So their mystery and their aloofness adds to their mystique and hence their power.
It's a good way. I mean, remember the reason why they were put in the White Tower, right? 3,000 years ago was because they had been part of the breaking, and the world needed to be protected from them. You turn that downside into an upside. They were set apart because they were dangerous and couldn't be trusted. And they turned that apartness into the reason they were trusted and given power.
Correct.
So,
but this otherness does not reflect that. This otherness is to say, and yet we are still Aes Sedai that need to be respected and somewhat feared.
Well, no, their otherness does reflect that, I would argue. It's they can weave the one power is what makes them other.
Correct.
That's what makes them both dangerous and powerful.
And so that is why Elena and Nynaeve were being scolded, because they were threatening that concept, correct? By not being aloof and mysterious. I mean, that's how Van Dien says.
Aloof and mysteriousness is what gives them their power. They are threatening the power, but they're approaching it honestly and taking back the reason that they originally were powerful, because they could do things.
Yeah.
I mean, is it deception or is it honesty that they're being scolded for? You can look at it either way.
It's a learning opportunity. So this is Van Dien saying it and saying, yeah, you're blowing a bit with the sea folk because you are not maintaining.
But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to be ecumenical and to like level the playing field. That's what they're trying to do, right?
Correct. And historically, Aes Sedai
have not done that. That's why there's secret channelers in every society that are not part of the tower, that they may or may not know about, as we've learned about the kin, right?
Correct, yeah. Nynaeve is de-whipped? Is that a term, right?
No, she's Hadori whipped.
Or is it that like she's so jealous and like
Hadori whipped.
such a weirdo that she's like, Lan may start to make out with Brigitte, So I need him in my sight at all times. Is she mind fencing him?
It's so dumb. I mean, it's just another example of like just weird, awkward like treatment of powerful women. Like she's been so steadfast and great, and all of a sudden like she gets some D and she's falling apart as if she's so like
ridiculous. Yeah, I mean,
is she pregnant? Are these pregger hormones, guys? Because she's acting so dumb, and it's so unlike her.
Like first boyfriend bullshit. Like
that's it. This is her first
boyfriend. All in this moment, I
but
don't.
They're
like
married now.
But no, but I think Kay, you're exactly right. This is first boyfriend bullshit. She's never had that because she went from tween to wisdom.
Yeah.
She's never like.
We don't know if she was like pulling.
Love.
We don't know what her body count is. Nynaeve could have a. We don't know Nynaeve's body count.
Okay.
Getting some Copland peen.
No.
Why are you going straight to Coplands and Congers?
I want to hear what Josh said. Hold on.
Name 2 other families, right?
Does you and Fingar have an older brother?
Go.
I just want to hear what Josh said. That's all. I'm just trying to get the floor so I can say, hey, Josh, what did you say?
I mean, I was just saying that it makes sense that she's going through this because she hasn't gone through it before. She's never had a boyfriend, and now she's with a husband for the first time. And she's like, oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah. All of a sudden she's glued to the man's side. Like, it's
all right.
so sad.
This is a strong point. This is a strong point.
Ryan got
it does say land ranged further or farther. Land ranged farther. I felt like that was a drinking obligation apparently because.
Well, she also land ranged farther. No, that's a good one. She also knows that land still isn't hers. That he's someone else's warder, and she's only his wife. Which we don't know what that looks like.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting way to say it too, right? Because
it's like
I feel the same way. Like an Aes Sedai warder bond is stronger than the marriage ever would be because they like literally feel what they're going through. You know that seems just much more intimate.
I never thought about that.
I totally agree with that, but it's really cool how you phrase that too.
It's like moving in with a new partner and you find out that like they're still living with their ex-wife or husband, just like in the other room.
Yeah,
right. It's learning that their ex-wife or husband's fingers are always in their private parts.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's weird.
Oh, I threw it from my mouth a little bit. Jesus.
Breathe on me.
Ew.
I mean, so many infections.
So gross.
So many.
Well, if you never
many
pull your fingers
problems.
out, how do you give an infection?
The fingers get moldy.
I feel like that. Oh my god.
So the pleasant ride turns.
Yeah, have you ever heard of toxic shock syndrome, bro?
Seriously, there's got to be really serious repercussions for that.
Josh is like, why am I not getting any Tinder dates? I'm very honest. I tell everyone I will sleep with my fingers in you the entire night. just your free use finger hole.
Just for you.
What has happened?
You should probably hide that and at least bring that on the second date, Josh.
Quote. Nynaeve made several more brief visits before finally coming.
Drake.
Nice. And there were ... gaps.
Yes.
Nice.
And
Also,
she's back for more. Yay.
Also, let me know, Kay. Keep it up, maybe. Quote. She had duties long.
Ew.
What?
She had duty. Wait. She had duties long.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, now that I didn't get the inflection. Yeah. Thanks, Dan.
Ryan, you ever have a long duty?
It's not. Yeah, I'd flush them.
She had several. She had duties long.
Ew.
Any more?
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank God.
And that's it. The chapter ends.
But
Plot.
Whew. Made it.
all right.
More Lane.
Let's get to the action.
A
Chapter
quiet
4.
place.
A Quiet Place. It's a
Ironic title.
It's a silhouette of a lady facing a silhouette of a lady.
Are they smooching?
They're close to smooching. It looks like they have horns too, but I don't think they have horns.
This one reminds me of like a Gemini symbol or something.
Yeah. What do you? How would you describe that icon?
Is it like
Okay.
this one, Dan, where we're just facing
I
each
don't
other
know.
lovingly?
Or like a queen on like a deck of cards or something,
Oh, okay.
kind of ish.
But it's like one-eyed.
But yeah.
It is Elaine again. They get to the Ken farm. It's not Knott's Berry Farm. It's not Hillshire Farms.
Uh-huh.
It's not Bristol Farms. It's the Ken farm.
Is it the Hatfield McCoy farm?
Yeah, that's what it's called. The Hatfield and McCoy farm. Right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
They-
Reunited.
the bitter enemies. They share a farm for some reason.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
why they
yeah.
aren't getting along.
Just they can't really successfully grow anything because they keep
Yeah, stay away from my gourds.
they keep getting drunk and kicking each other's crops down.
Keep eating my cucumbers. This is my kale. That you know, it was the Hatfield and McCoy farm.
They're
that
actually both fertilizing the same plant. Fertilizing the same. Oh, sorry.
with the blood of your brother.
I like how Elise is described here as like middling was exactly how Elaine thought of her. Just it's kind of a funny description. And I thought it was a
She's
good way to
mid.
describe somebody. She's not like exactly one way or the other with anything. She's just like kind of in the middle.
So
just,
she's like
average looking. And this is
Elaine
funny
pretty
because
much said she's a
so
6 or
judgy.
7, right?
Hmm?
Okay.
What?
Elaine pretty much said she's a 6 or 7.
Yeah, right. No, she's like she's a 5. She's a solid
She's a
5.
Yeah.
She's right
She's
there.
a 5, but she
Half
cooks a
an hour.
great chicken
She's
parm.
not fat or thin. She's not beautiful
She's
or
mid.
ugly. she's
She's
a
mid.
little long in the jaw.
She's a 5 or 6.
you
I don't know.
She's
Commonplace. She's
This is
common.
bad.
Nice.
right.
But
Uh-huh.
she gets shit done.
Yeah, she does.
She's like
And
the
Elise-
middleman. She's like that manager you had that like
She's the
took the
ultimate
job
middleman.
way too seriously. Read all the safety manuals front to back.
But this scene is kind of funny. They're like, all right, hey, we're bringing all kinds of people into this place. Hey, I said, can you cover your face, please? Because you're gonna make a scene.
Yeah, freak
here, 'cause
everyone
everyone
out.
has been hiding from you for, I don't know, millennia, right? And someone doesn't cover her face all the way, and someone's like, Aes Sedai! I think they had a special Aes Sedai bell that they ring, and everyone just runs like you stepped on an anthill.
Dinner bell.
Dinner bell. Just all directions, and they're like, oh Jesus. They go get the warders to round up all the women. They're like, all right, round them up. I understand your fear. This is a bummer. Took about an hour to get everyone together. Nynaeve's all pissed.
Hit her passing out when they say Aes Sedai.
Oh yeah. Oh, dropping.
So
Women do faint so easily in Robert
Uh-huh.
Jordan's world, Ryan.
It's a form of expression. Hey Dan, it's a turning of the wheel. We can't judge them. They just faint. They're more prone to fainting. That's all.
They just faint. Ipsan even fades. Ipsan is between Adelaus and Vandine. She's got a burlap sack over her head, like the Scarecrow in Batman.
Brother Dan, have you ever fainted from shock or surprise? Have you even seen anybody faint from surprise?
One time I did cut my finger. I was rinsing it in the sink, and it was bleeding a lot.
Oh, I remember
and
that.
the blood, like having the blood just like kind of like just in the sink. I got really lightheaded. I didn't faint, but I had a weird reaction to it that would have been a faint if I was a bit more of a pussy. I was just not pussy enough to stay conscious, but I was pretty close.
I feel like I've gone through that exact situation, like when I cut my finger when I was like slicing a bagel once. And
so many bagel injuries.
I felt like really weird, headed, just like while I was over the sink part, you know, like washing it out. It's just like gushing. But yeah, I didn't faint either.
Well, yeah, that's a totally different. Wait, but yeah, thanks for those bloody finger story, guys. I was asking if you
you made him faint. I was even talking about disgusting gushing fingers.
Yeah. And yeah, a lot of people left. We just lost like 7 viewers.
Bloody finger story.
No one wants to hear about self-injurious behaviors.
You know, you don't. Yeah, I bit through my tongue one time too, and I almost fainted.
I bit my cheek.
You guys, we don't realize how strong our bites and our chews are until you bite something in your mouth. Yeah, and then you're like, "Oh my god, my teeth are strong."
That was a lot.
What am I doing biting so hard?
Faint to faint.
What am I, a savage? So yeah, Ibsen or Ispan is still being treated. I don't know, like a hostage in Iran. You know, in the 80s, they just throw a pillowcase over the head and just you don't even know where we're going. Is it a security issue? No. We're just being mean. So anyways, let's see.
Elaine learns to swear. Well, she already learned to swear, but she it was cute how she like almost swears. She like talks about how she almost lets those, what were they? Choice phrases.
Choice phrases, yeah.
Yeah. Escape. She's like, the ones that Matt taught me, which, by the way, I'm bummed that we haven't had a Matt chapter. This is what?
Yeah, we're 6 in. Come on.
Not yet.
Like, he's been abandoned and he was looking for that kid. What? Anyways, so.
Well, they do mention Matt in these chapters where they're like, oh, near the end where there's they're like, oh shit, there's danger over there, and Matt came to save us, so we got to go save him. So
yeah,
I'm thinking we're gonna get a Matt pretty soon, but we haven't yet.
Hope so.
Elaine found 2 more Angry Owl. One she gave to Nynaeve. It's kind of a bracelet with cool like finger rings and chains. Pretty punk rock. Something like Pat Benatar would have worn, or maybe Debbie Harry, maybe Susie Sue.
Iris Bear, there's got to be a way to not cut yourself. There's those bagel slicers. You put them in like automatic. Come on, we'll have a charity stream just to get Iris Bear a bagel slicer so she never cuts her finger again.
Iris Bear, if you're going to JordanCon, I will bring you
a bagel slicer.
We'll
put a Way the Leaf sticker on it. It'll be the one and only the Way the Leaf.
Problem, y'all.
The Way of the Slice. What?
I don't think this is a current problem.
The bag.
She says she says I still cut myself. She said.
Yeah, but never mind.
She still does, like daily.
Daily, or even with the precautions.
No, she has gloves. She won't even use them. She's on a path. She's on a. This is not a. We need We need a bagel intervention right now.
I think she was sharing a problem. Buy an uncut bagel
now? They're all.
I know. Where are these uncut bagels? That's a very good point.
I'm just saying.
That is
Most
so
bagels are
true.
goddamn.
Actually, you
I
know
think
what?
frozen.
They're
No,
always-
frozen bagels. I think
I'm just saying.
if you heat them up, are they?
Sorry.
Iris Bear, where are you getting these? I think she's
Uncut
pulling our
bagels?
chains.
Such a
Josh
security-
is calling you out as a psychopathic liar right now.
It's 2023, Iris Bear.
Jesus, how do you feel about that, Iris? Hey, I love a good uncut bagel. What do you? Hey, don't judge me, all right?
Hey, you know
All right,
she's
let's-
not
what's
talking
your-
about
Naughty.
bagels.
All right,
Naughty.
what is your favorite uncut bagel? Is the real question.
Everything.
She's not
Mine's the
talking about
pizza
bagels,
bagels. Mine's pizza bagel.
Pizza bagels. It's
Uncut
like a Bialy.
bagel? Where do you even get that?
Brother Dan used to work in a place that sold pizza bagels.
Mania.
Bagel Mania in Southern California. Look it up. What's your
bagels.
favorite bagel? Uncut.
Pretzel.
Queso ice and I.
Yeah.
Of course you'd say
Everything.
that. Is a bagel a pretzel?
Everything?
Everything.
Everything's a
bagel.
good choice.
The everything
like it
bagel,
all.
yeah. You
I
can't
cannot
decide.
decide. I
Do you
want
get
it all
hummus
on
or
there.
cream cheese on your bagel? Okay. Hummus or cream cheese?
Oh my god, cream cheese.
No one puts
like,
hummus
more
on a
cream
fucking
cheese
bagel.
than
Are you a
bagel. Like,
terrorist?
What are you?
Are you some sort of like?
this
Are you
much
out to
cream cheese.
undermine the fabric of American
Everyone
society
has to go get butter and hummus on their bagel the next time they order one.
on a
Butter-
what bagel
butter
though?
and
On a
hummus.
curry bagel?
What is this, a flop bagel?
You monster.
Good night, Village Mattress.
Good
night,
idea.
man.
You know that guy sleeps on just like the best
pimpest
mattress anyone could ever. Like
Good night.
Natural.
it's like there's only 10 are made a year. Trump's got 5 of them. Village has got 1.
Bill's just got one. Yeah.
When you're a mattress kingpin, man.
But when you like to get peed on, it's hard to keep a mattress for more than a little while.
You know, I wonder when you have like this sleep number stuff, when you pee on a bed, does it like short out?
Okay, yeah.
He wears
Yeah.
he uses rubber sheets, Dan.
As we all do, right?
Yeah. Break out the rubber sheets and the.
Trump has the rubber
Hummus
sheets.
on a bagel, Josh.
Get
Hashtag
crazy
Trump
up
rubber
in here.
sheets, yes.
All right, here's the top 3 things you put on a bagel. Top 5.
Well,
Cream
first
cheese.
off, on what bagel though?
cream
God,
cheese.
you guys are like hurting
Number
cats,
2,
bitches.
peanut butter. Number
And-
3, Nutella. Number
Is this
4,
the
just
Repu-
straight butter. Number 5, sandwich stuff. Guys, you ever
Dude,
put
if
sandwiches
hummus doesn't
on a
make it
bagel?
on your list by number 5, Dan, we're not friends.
Hummus?
He said
not
fucking Nutella. Both you guys are abominations.
Nutella.
Nutella bagel?
Yeah, what kind
No.
of bagel
Hummus
are you
bagel?
putting
No.
Nutella on.
Nutella's
yeah,
on the
what
bagel
is-
really good. No, it's good. I agree with
But,
Dan on
but
the
on
nose
what
good.
bagel? It can't be a savory bagel with Nutella on it.
A plain bagel with Nutella.
All
is
right,
fine.
see, normal people in chat with
is
normal
fine.
answers. Veggie cream cheese.
Veggie
Thank
cream
you.
cheese. Yeah, I
Everything
love
bagel
the,
veggie. Love it.
jalapeno.
You know what? I love a
I-
good blueberry bagel with
on there.
plain cream cheese.
Plain cream cheese is good.
Strawberry
But, yeah.
cream cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel is good.
Okay.
You are.
I
you-
won't ever eat that, Kay, but I agree that humans like it.
Ah.
Yeah,
well,
and I agree that
put hummus
Nutella
on
is
my
a
bagels,
food.
But I agree that humans like it. Maybe.
I agree
don't
that
know.
Nutella.
Bagel, jalapeno bagel
out.
with cream cheese is good.
Yes, agreed.
Sandwich.
Cinnamon
That
sugar
lot.
or
And cream cheese.
with butter is good too.
It is.
Yeah. About
No,
lots-
the 2 things that are acceptable on a fucking bagel, the 2 spreads are cream cheese and butter. If
Dude,
you want to take a
all
bagel, you want a burger bagel, go to head.
Hummus on everything. Next time you go to the bagel shop, I guarantee you're gonna like it.
Is that like a rule of life? Just Josh is like hummus on everything.
No, hold on. This is coming from a man who eats the skin of kiwis. Okay?
Yeah,
Let's
like a
not
psycho. like someone who plays Russian roulette with their life.
feed it to his children.
I did order the hummus bagel on and everything. bagel, and they said, "Oh, you mean the grok?"
The grok.
Yes.
Whoa.
Look at this M&M. Does that not look like a heart?
Whoa.
Isn't that weird?
Wow.
That's
That's
an
a
M&M
little
I
squirty.
just found.
Ooh,
Is it like is this
That is a
is
heart.
it
I
is
think
it
it's
two
a two-nutter.
is it two nutter? Are you gonna separate
It's
them
a
at birth?
double-nutter.
So I did work at a bagel shop for over a
Well,
year.
you don't just put salsa on a bagel.
Yes, heck yeah.
Everyone's insane. Well, maybe
I thought Texas was breakfast
Well,
taco,
Texas.
not breakfast bagels.
no. You get salsa made in Texas, then they're happy. If you get it made in New York City, they hang you.
New York City.
Get a rope.
A breakfast taco from Texas, like a Tex-Mex breakfast taco is delicious.
Not on a but not on a bagel.
No, bagel. I agree.
That's what he's saying. He's fucking putting
You
salsa on a
guys know.
bagel.
All right. So what I had just the other morning, I had bagel, cream cheese, tomato slice,
Good.
raw onion.
All good. Yeah. You can add to the spreads, but the basic spreads are cream cheese and butter. Any other weird shit is just like you're testing fate. You're just testing fate.
Right.
The next, yeah. What?
I think it was Destiny's Child that said,
You're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never
the
gonna.
rest will follow.
Okay.
Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow.
All right.
I like an egg sandwich on a bagel, but that's different. You can make bagel sandwiches.
Ryan and Dan agree to hummus on the bagel.
I bet you put like thinly sliced cucumbers and sprouts on your bagel too, huh?
I think
You do.
only put like mustard.
But only like special.
Only the sprout that comes from your pants, Ryan.
Oh shit!
It's
I
only
do
in the
got
morning.
gray pubes. In certain lights, it could look like a bushel of sprouts.
That's a sick burn.
Amazing.
So chapter 4 ends where they're like, all right, enough of this bullshit. And I agree. On a side note, Naive, she's like, it's time. We're like, hell yeah. Chapter 5, the Breaking Storm. Breaking Storm has the Lion of Andor on it.
Don't go chasing salsa bagels. Wow. That's from...
It's, again, a Lane chapter, and this is where they use the bowl. They go to a place that I have all kinds of drinking obligations in this chapter.
Just look for the cream cheese and the hummus you used to.
No hummus.
The butter.
All right.
I'm gonna
I bet you only just do.
scrubs.
All right, let's really get into it. Josh, what kind of hummus though? Like you don't just do hummus.
Yeah, just
What-
red pepper. Any kind of hummus, dude.
There's so many hummus. I'm sure you have like the bougiest bouge hummus. It's called bougie
you
booze.
go to, like the bagel place. You like put your fucking generic, non-legitimate hummus on my bagel place.
And you're fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I would imagine Josh went to like the Hummus Brothers in some like industrial park in Tampa Bay where they
Are you
just
kidding me?
sell the best hummus. And
No,
peanuts.
Josh gets the chickpeas. He grows the chickpeas himself. Then he strains the chickpeas. He does all the stuff.
Yeah.
He makes the fucking hummus,
Yeah.
right?
Organic.
Sure.
Organic. Case I said, can you control your wife? You're gonna have to teach her to not. Do you see this? Look at this. The worst.
my
This
God.
is. Look at this. Yes. Is she?
I'll smack her around.
Yeah. You need a. Yeah. She needs something. She needs something.
All right. No, you know what? She does have a point though. This is almost the worst.
We're just going
What are you?
nowhere.
All right. All right. Let's bump this up. Drinking obligations. I have like
All right.
4 on this one page. I'm gonna read them off. You guys, I want you guys to vote and tell me which one's the best. Okay. Number 1, quote: "Hands were never still on her skirts." Number 2, Garenia
Another Rudy Giuliani, Dan. Sorry, another Rudy.
Yeah, that was the Rudy. Number 2, Garenia had stopped moaning, which she had done all the way.
Nice.
Number 3, licked her lips with the tip of her tongue. And number 4, had she made some mistake down below?
Okay. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna go for 1 out of 4. I'm gonna add mine to it.
Okay.
Someone behind her moaned.
Okay, yeah, that's what I remember.
Okay. And some women stood gaping.
Yes, thank you. I have that too.
Okay. Of all the ones, like,
Thank you, Kay, for legitimizing
You're
me.
welcome.
all right, the poll is live. Is this the worst episode ever? You got 2 minutes to get your answers in.
I'm gonna have to vote.
Also, like and subscribe.
I know. It will get better.
I ate something spicy and my nose was all ready, but sorry. Super good episode, guys. Anyway.
Soup's best.
So good.
She breathed hard in agitation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really want agitation to happen in my love life. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Hey,
Yeah.
a
Well, that's what this
little
is, Ryan.
Agitated.
agitation.
Oh, that's
No.
agitation. Oh, nice agitation. That's a great one.
Yeah, you're
Sorry.
welcome.
I can't believe I just got 2-fingered
I know you
by Josh.
Well,
All right, so I have a question, guys. So
Josh would start with 2.
So
No.
Nynaeve apologizes to Elaine. She's like, "Hey, you're right. I've been wacky today. I don't know what's up. It's Lan's fault.
What?
It's Lan's fault."
It's Lan's fault.
Elaine's like, "Bullshit. That ain't Lan's fault." And Nynaeve says, she says, "I'll try." She mumbled, "I will, truly. You don't know what it's like, though. I'm sorry." So was she talking about getting the D? Was she like, "You don't know what sex is like"? Oh my gosh, it's so amazing that I can't freaking believe it.
No, when it's a dick as long as Lan's, it scrambles your brain.
Is that what we're talking about? She's like, "You don't know. You
so.
just don't know what this is like, though."
When you get the BLC, the big land cock,
The PLC.
The big MC, the big Malkiri.
Oh my god, now I can only see Daniel Henney's beautiful
Just with a
ass
hog.
forehead. What
Just
is
a
going
hog.
Dude's walking a mastiff every time he walks.
I don't know what would see in me.
But it is strange though that Nynaeve like calls herself a fool and then apologizes.
Apologizes, yeah.
In this same chapter, I was aghast and wrote it down. And
You were
I-
asked. All right, drinking obligation.
It was so weird. Wasn't it weird to read
was
that? It was weird to me. I thought maybe I was having a stroke or she was having a stroke. One of us was having a stroke. For sure. Anyway. Fucking Nynaeve.
They all get up a hill. They apparently, the higher up you can see, the better your range for this weather shit is, right? Get up a hill. Boy, I can see my house from here. It's so awesome, the view. And Nynaeve starts teaching them how to do it. She's like, "All right, you got to just open yourself as if you're going to get the source, but then you don't do it. You're just open to it, and I'll just grab through you, like through your back. I'll just grab and start moving your mouth like this, Don't worry about it. You just sit there, and I'll do it. And that's kind of how it works. She starts doing it. She gets everyone in the circle, and she's like, all right, cool. Pass to Elaine. Elaine's like, you see how I do it? Now pass to Rihanna.
Brother Dan, hold your horses. We have a new member. Dan, you got to give an impromptu rap for every new member. Dan, rap right now. Give him MaTsDaGger rap.
This is MaTsDaGger is a new member on this last week of September. Next week is October. That's our birthdays, and this makes me feel happy and gay. This makes me want to dance and jump about. This makes me want to
Scary shout, yeah.
There's a mosquito flying by my head. This if it stings my eyeball, I won't be dead.
You'll wind up dead.
But it'll itch and it'll bug. But this has nothing to do because I just want to hug MaTsDaGger and all our, what are they called? Members. On this 25th day of September.
On this rug.
Yes, well done.
Yeah,
Thank you, Matt.
Wasn't good. Sorry, MaTsDaGger. I'll try and do better. Quote: "It throbbed and she throbbed with it."
That's the one. That's the one. I personally, that got me.
I've been waiting for the throbbing drinking obligation.
Abruptly, like a dam bursting. Quote: breath left her in a long gasp of pleasure and relief so overwhelming that her legs wobbled.
Oh yeah, baby.
Fine.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, she does. Yeah, I mean, she does come right here, right?
That's
breath
amazing.
left her in a.
Her breath left her in a long gasp of pleasure and relief so overwhelming, and her legs wobbled.
Hey, how about this one? It's a fable and a filthy one.
Yes.
Rumpelstiltskin's kind of a filthy.
She thought what?
Because he was gonna steal her and take her as a sex slave, I think. Pretty sure.
50 Shades of
All right. MaTsDaGger was appreciated your little impromptu rap. Iris Bear, not so much.
Oh,
Yeah,
so much.
Yeah, I know. I'll keep my puppet job.
Okay.
50 Shades
Oh, wait, and
of
then
Grey.
anyone soon of AbFab. If you don't know AbFab, look it up. Watch them all. They're
I'm
amazing.
gonna have to. So Karri gets the power. I got the power.
Dun, 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 dun.
Music Factory, I think it is.
Uh-huh.
And she starts doing shit. It says, quote, "She swallowed hard."
Yes, I have.
And
that
the
one
bowl starts like reacting. The bowl starts like the clouds start moving. It turns blue. And suddenly the bowl starts channeling Sideen and Sidar itself.
Brother Dan, I have a bowl of wins right behind me. So as you keep going, everyone just look. I have the actual bowl of wins.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Behold.
Look at those threads.
Look.
Oh,
Shooting
you're
up
talking
the
about the
sky,
galaxy light.
making
Okay.
the Aurora Bowl of Winsy Alice.
Aurora bowl.
Aurora Bowl of Winsy Alice. Yes.
Bowl of whimsy, more like it. Hey, yuck, yuck.
Wait, how in the hell did both powers get into this situation?
Good
This
question.
was-
Tell me,
this
guys, what do you think? What was going on here?
It feels like the one power I wrote down. The one power is acting weird in this location. I don't know if it has anything to do with the location or not. But
I like that.
One
It's just
power
fucking
is
weird.
weird in this location.
weird. Yeah, that's what my note says.
Like the mystery
but
spot.
it was pretty much just because of that. Like, you know, in general, like what? How are we getting Sidar and Sidine in there? Do you know?
Well, let me. All right. So Mora did.
Well, we've
did
never
see them
seen
go
DragonReader do that we know of, right? We've never had a character notice that Sidar and Sidine are both being woven by a woman through a DragonReader that we know of. But remember, we're looking at this through Elaine's eyes, who is like the first person to create an Angreal in 3,000 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what does that mean? How do we take that? I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
Was this all right? So the bowl, it says here, that the bowl was drawing the power. It says Elaine felt the bowl itself drawing Sidar, a wild torrent far greater than all the circle together can manage. And then the bowl was drawing Sidine as well as Sidar because there was the ever-changing lacework of Sidar bent itself around something else. So was this something that someone was channeling into this? That was Sidine and Sidar? Was it just catching shit from the sky like an antenna? Was Morden saw them leave? Did he follow and add shit?
or did it not work because there wasn't a male there with them?
That's the other question. Did it work?
We only have the Windfinder's word here.
She's like, yep, done. Bye. And they're like, wait a minute, it's still hot. This ain't climate change. I can make a snowball in my backyard in December. It's not climate change.
I'm gonna throw it down on the Senate floor.
Global warming, my left foot. Look at a snowball. Facts.
Facts, bitch.
I don't need science. Here's a snowball.
Hey, sorry. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Sorry. This is white. So, do we know? Do you have any idea why Sidine was involved in, or?
Well, and how do they know?
Correct?
I was trying to find the part where it describes that, and how do they know that it's there? Because they don't see it, right?
No,
They can
you see
feel
something. It's twining around something invisible.
Yeah, so it says,
Right.
suddenly she realized something else. The ever-changing lacework of Sidar bent itself around something else, something unseen that made the column solid. She swallowed hard. The bowl was drawing Sidine
Drink.
as well as Sidar.
right. So
Drink.
we don't see
No, I
it,
did.
right? Like she knows because she's feeling it, right?
Correct. She's seeing. It's like how we
It's
detect
invisible.
black holes, I think. It's like
Right.
we can't see a black hole, but we see
Gravitational
everything
lensing.
react to a black hole,
Mhm.
so we go, that must be a black hole. I think that's
Right.
what she's
Dark matter.
doing.
I think what you're referring to is dark matter, Dan. But yeah,
But yeah,
we
because
see
I think
dark matter's
there's-
effect, but not its. We don't see
Okay.
dark matter itself.
No, I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't this more of like a feeling when they like rather than I understand like the concept, like it's there but you can't see it, but it's still there. But I feel like this is, I don't know, I thought this was more like a feeling, like they sense that, like when they sense that each other are channeling,
Yeah. They
can
mentioned
feel it
that
in the
both
room
men
and
and
stuff like
yeah,
that.
and then later on, men and women were all like acting weird, saying they could somehow sense that in the air, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, there's two ways to interpret it. It can be Sidine, Sidar, or it can be one power and true power.
Uh-huh.
We don't it's left unclear which this is.
So was the true power somehow in the ter'angreal and then came out, or did it get released?
That's the thing. Like, we've seen the true power only a few times with the Watcher. We've seen it with Lanfear, or whoever was the eyes watching in the past during the when the person got lasered in the White Tower. Right?
Someone got lasered?
Yeah, like in the White Tower, like someone died when Nynaeve and Eggman were there.
Yeah, they got shot with a crossbow, and then it was a gray man.
And right, the gray man, and they're like, oh, someone was watching.
Uh-huh.
What?
Go on.
I'm just saying, like, it's either the true power or it's Sidar. Sidene.
Uh-huh. But where is it coming from?
Sure. And we don't know how the true power works. So can an object itself channel Sidene?
Could a ter'angreal change a weave into Sidene? Like,
or can it do it without the man there? Or was, like you said, a Shamael there interfering?
or is it that you just it takes
Moradin is like, I'm gonna go find them. The last thing we see with the Golem is like, I'm gonna go find them. Are they found?
Yeah.
Is that
I guess that's the question. Was this aided by a male channeler, or was this Bolwyn's?
Or is this the Bowl of Wind doing its thing?
Yeah.
And
was it created with? It was created with. Right, they're all created with the with both sides, right? So maybe we're just getting that. Aren't they all created with the true power and both at least? Or is the
Sangreal or Ter'angreal? What do you mean all? What all are you talking about?
Ter'angreals. Sorry.
We don't know. I don't think.
I thought they were all created with the one power itself or something, right? Like,
well, the one power is split into two, Sidene and Sidar. We don't know that the true power is split. We've seen my theory is we've seen male and female channelers both use the true power. And the TV show reaffirms that when we see the Sa'a in Lanfear's eyes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So,
I mean, was she? I mean, again, like,
spoiler, I don't know, but
I mean, it's a little tricky with the whole TV show. The black shit hits her, Sa'a happens, and then the Sa'a leave, and then she starts healing.
Comes alive again
and then she starts kind of healing herself by like rubbing her neck and stuff.
Throat, zip.
Yeah, so like, she zipped it up with yellow and blue make green, and the baggie is closed. But was it? I mean, it wasn't clear whether she was channeling it or it was being channeled into her.
In the show.
Yes.
Yeah, she does say bitch, like, oh, I wasn't in control. I don't know. The show puts a whole... Let's leave the show out of it. But regardless...
You're right, yeah. The show's confusing. I agree with that. But it is...
All I'm saying is we don't know enough about the true power to be able to disregard it here as the other thing that the thing is wrapping around. Something is putting Sidene to wrap around something else that that a woman can't see. That Elaine, as a channeler of Sidar, can't see.
So, not to bring up the show again, but I'm going to bring up the show again. Was this like the ending of episode 1 where they think they did something, but it was somehow booby trapped and they did something bad?
1? Not episode 1?
Yeah, bitch. Yes. Yeah, the end of episode 1 where they broke free the Ishamael.
Season 1.
Yeah, season 1. Yeah. Yes. So, is that the same situation we have here, where they might have done something bad?
We don't know what the fuck they did, and they've just given the Windfinders. All that we know so far is that Elaine thought she saw a Windfinder channeling. That's what all this is based on. and she somehow
Yeah.
trusted them enough to give them the deal, the bargain, which we know is like insane. But then she's like, "Oh, Aes Sedai, you can't have the bowl until you've proven that the weather's changed."
Yep.
So I guess I'll ask you guys again. Do you think it worked?
I don't know. Yeah. It's like it, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, as is wont to happen whenever people direct a large amount of channeling somewhere, others notice it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this
Shan-Chen noticed.
Shan-Chen, yeah. So like was it them? It was them using the bowl that like opens up that like portal where the Shan-Chen ended up getting blasted.
Well, no, the portal. So what happened is they used all the power, and then suddenly those flying creatures were around. They're like, oh no, they blast one out of the sky, another one doesn't get blasted, and they're like, all right, I'll form a gateway, and we'll go to Andor. Everyone go to Andor. So it takes a while to go through the gateway, and then while Elaine's trying to unravel it, the Shan-Chen show up. So that's where they're at.
Right.
Where we're at right
that's when
now.
It's like slippery and slick. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no sweat. Yeah, no, yeah.
Drink.
So where they're at right. Hold the thread. Is that what you call Ryan?
It was that it had too much coconut oil on it.
Too much of that sticky massage stuff, that goopy.
Oh, that's why you go coconut oil, Dan.
Goopy massage stuff.
You gotta. I told you bought that one bottle in the '80s. You gotta try something new, Dan.
I know my lotion smells like Conroy. Canoe. And then so Elaine's like, listen, I'm gonna be in charge, and we need to run now. And everyone runs away. And in the next chapter, she's like, boy, Elaine, you sure fucking rule.
Yeah. I knew I hated Elaine. She likes to run. You never trust someone who likes to run.
Seriously.
Did you see what I did? I told them we should run, and they all ran. I'm a leader. Guys, I'm a leader.
Leader of the pack. Vroom, vroom.
Well, one day you'll be a 2-liter, says Diet Coke. I don't know. Chapter 6 is called Threads. Is there anything, Josh and Kay? Yes.
A rod as thick as her wrist.
Yes. You're gonna just stop at a rod.
Well,
no,
I mean,
as thick as a wrist is good.
Going bright red and smooth and rounded, firm rather than hard.
My
Bigger
favorite.
than a baby's arm.
He's so poetic. He's such a poet. We need to really take a moment
Veiny.
and appreciate this.
And moments over. Okay, so this I thought was interesting, though, really quick, and I wanted to know what Josh thought about it. When they're talking about the Angreals, they say a thing that looks like a blacksmith's puzzle made of glass. Do you think that has like anything to do with Perrin at all? It just seemed like it was an odd little thing.
Yeah.
We haven't seen
Interesting.
Perrin, and they're all kind of part of it, you know, like the big picture.
I didn't think of that, but it did make me think of like those metal puzzles you try to like pull the rings out of, you know?
Yeah.
A puzzle ring?
Like a ring puzzle, metal ring puzzle.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the little? Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But I don't know. It's an interesting question. It didn't make me think of Perrin, but I can see where you're going with it.
Yeah, it's just the word blacksmith. That's all.
Blacksmith, yeah.
A classic blacksmith puzzle is when you put your fingers into like a paper tube,
That's a Chinese.
and then you
handcuff.
pull them, and it doesn't want to let go. Blacksmiths are tricky.
That's a Chinese handcuff, Dan.
That's racist. Don't be like that, Josh.
Oh, KayK, and here you go. Shadow Haran confirms the parent was referencing blacksmith puzzles in the beginning of the series. He's smarter than you think.
2 fingers.
Okay.
All
I was
right,
like-
all right, Tricky.
All right.
Ooh. All right, that's all I had.
You guys are the best.
Chapter 6, our final chapter for tonight.
Liz Jr. Naughty.
Yeah,
And
move right along.
2 fingers, 1 tube, and a bunch of coconut oil. It's Elaine again. It's called Threads. Elaine is running away from the impending swarm of Shanshin. But she is stoked that that people listen to her. She's like, "You're a real leader. You're the best." Let's
Threads,
see.
the latest failed social platform.
Yeah.
That's what it made me think of.
Hey, I put all my money in Threads. Don't you dare say it's failing. It's gonna succeed. It's gonna be the next big thing.
It's the best thing ever. It offers nothing unique.
So they're like, "All right, we only have a little bit of time. We gotta go." They run, and the camp is already packing up. Elise, she's a good leader. She's like, "Oh, I anticipated your needs. I was on top of the shit, and people are listening to me.
Here's your hat,
Right.
Nynaeve. Here's your hat, Elaine.
Yeah, here's your hat. You don't want your pretty face to get burned. Skin cancer is a real problem in America these days." They're like, "Geez." Elaine, Nynaeve's like, "Fuck you. I'm not going to wear my hat just because you gave it to me." Put it under my saddle. Drinking obligation. Quote, Nynaeve fingered the Angreal. Yep.
Yeah, she did.
She's right there in front of everyone.
Finger that angry.
On the dress.
No shame.
No modesty.
No modesty. There you go.
Elaine was holding the power. She's like, "All right, I'm the one who can make this gateway. I'm not awesome at gateways, but I know it." She makes a gateway to a place in Camelin that's like by one of her like summer homes. Like her mom has like all these like places that are like 2 weeks like a 2-week drive away from the capital. Just 2 weeks to get to this place, and then 2 weeks to get back. So the queen, if she's going to this place, she's gone for a month without even like stepping out of a car. Great.
It's a lot of travel.
It's a lot of travel. And it's a long time for a city to be without a queen.
Although
But-
I don't know how far would I travel? How long would I travel for a summer home? You know, a home where you
2
summer.
weeks? 2 weeks? I mean, I would take like a
It's a long
2-week
time.
cruise somewhere. I wouldn't take a 2-week wagon drive fucking anywhere, Kay.
Yeah,
No
no, I
way.
live in like regular road trips, so I would not do well on a.
I get bored after like 2 hours, and they don't even have like cell
That's a
phones
great face.
and books. What do they have? Like
Right?
sewing? Are they sewing shit?
A lot of
Brother Dan,
thumbnails.
they sing spiritual
no license
songs.
plate
They
game.
sing the
There's
music
no
of their
car.
people.
No slug-a-bug?
No slug above. No,
No,
elephant,
It's actual
license
bugs
plate
that get into
game.
their wagon.
No, they're actually slugging bugs. It's like
Oh, you have a mosquito on your cheek. Pow.
they're doing act. That's where Slug-a-Bug originated.
yeah.
They're punching all the
Actual real bugs.
bugs.
I wish I could have punched that fly off your face, Brother Dan. And I wish it would come back. That fly stole the show for a second there.
It was on my eyeball.
Yeah. Like those 80s commercials.
Like Aeon Flux, right?
Yes, you caught it.
All right, so they said, quote, the Shanchu will be at the farm in hours for sure, even if they wait until tomorrow. What if one of the Dame have the talent to read residues? So they know that they're coming. Elaine's like, I gotta unwind this thing. I saw Avienda do this impossible thing once, so I gotta fucking do it. And it turns out she can't do it. She
makes a nuke.
Say again?
She makes a nuke.
A newt?
A nuke.
Oh, a nuke. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, turned her into a newt? Yeah, she makes a. Yeah, she creates it, and so the thing fucking blows up everything. Like tears their shit to bits.
Yep, but it doesn't burn them out. Which there's an obvious implication at the end of this chapter that like Elaine discovered a weapon, and she doesn't know it yet.
She does suggest that.
Right.
A couple drinking obligations on one page. These are all on page 127 here. Quote, down her back and belly. What do you think?
Another Lane concussion. That should be my name.
She did get concussion. All right. Quote, she began to feel slick herself.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, where?
A quote, her legs began to tremble. And quote, quivering in her grip as soon as she touched one.
Yes! Quivering grip. Yeah, that's Kegel control.
Well, okay.
I like to take yeah.
So it is pretty interesting that they are having this little battle, and it's quote 1,000 miles away, less than 100 paces away through the shuttering gateway. Actually, is a shuttering gateway, Ryan? Is that a drinking obligation?
Shuttering gateway.
Yes. Although that's like the opposite of a quivering grip.
No, it's kind of the same thing.
No, that's like a flappy old shoe. I'll give it to you.
Oh my gosh, a flappy old shoe.
That's a shoe that needs like to do their kegels.
Gateway to bliss. What are you
a shuttering gateway is a kegelless.
Shuttering. Ooh.
Well, all right. Here's a couple more. Elaine was grateful it was large enough to fit a horse.
No, like I'm sorry. No, you don't want it to be like just gumming you like a manta ray's mouth.
It looks just like it.
Gas rose from the kinswoman.
Okay.
Gas?
Gasps.
Oh, okay, gas. Okay, yes, okay. I was like, what are you into?
She was surprised to find herself erect?
Yes.
All right.
Got the S off at the beginning of that, but yes.
He. Oh, I get it. He. You know, this is the 21st century.
Yeah,
he was
right.
surprised to find herself erect.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I know. This is the way it is, man.
That would surprise him.
They both work.
Effort to panting and groans.
Okay.
Swallowing hard and eyeing Brigitte.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is just another.
I'm picturing it, aren't you?
Is Brigitte's the cuck?
She knew that spot.
Yes.
Brigitte's the dom.
I know. You can't look her in the eye in that moment.
No, you have to.
You look away.
All right, so they're running away. They're like, all right, cool. We got to get away. I can't unravel this thing, so we got to get far away. There's a whole bunch of like soldoms suddenly pop out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Elaine gets shielded, and the shield is what kind of cuts off her gateway flow thing. Boom. To the moon, Alice. Let's see. Avienda was on her hands and knees too. Quote.
Yes.
All right, never mind.
Delayed reaction from me, but I was on mute. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, they all get beat up like from this blast.
Where is it that you think Elaine gets shielded from the source?
Here, where it says, let me see. It says, faster. It says, Elaine could see the weave. All right. In the meadow, a soldier pointed, and time seemed to slow for Elaine. The glow of the one power sprang up around the woman, Demone. Elaine could see the weave forming. She knew what it was, and there was no way to stop it. Faster, she shouted. The shield struck her. She should have been too strong for it. She should have been, but exhausted as she was, barely clinging to Saidar as she was, it sliced between her and the source. Down in the meadow, the weave that had been a gateway fell in on itself. Haggard looking as though she
couldn't possibly move. Right.
So yeah, she was shielded by the.
Are they like a mile away? Do you think they're like that was like a long distance shot?
Yeah, no, it was a total. It was like
even at half a mile, there was no mistaking the two women.
The American Sniper. I got him, boss.
I got the worst fucking movie.
I got him.
Oh, come here.
So yeah, and that's what blew up the gateway.
So did the shield protect them from burning out? Or can they do this unweaving again and get the same effect?
That's a very good question.
Like if Elaine unwove it to the same point and held on and let go, would it explode? Or would they be, without the shield, would they have been stilled? Does the shield protect them?
That's a great question.
That is a good question. It sounded to me like I don't know. I remember it being like it barely missed them, right? Like they
were all tore up. They're all bloody. So it didn't really.
Yeah, but
miss
they weren't.
them.
They were like hit, but they weren't like disintegrated.
Correct.
You know.
Correct.
We're being asked, what did Avienda say about the effects?
That you're lucky it didn't still us, basically, right? You do not understand the link.
Okay, so like if you release it, then there's no telling where it could go. It could like permanently fuck something up that has already happened, or like they just don't know where it could go, right? They do mention that. That's what one of my notes says. Like I do remember something about.
Avi says, "You do not understand, Elaine." Avienda gestured toward the center of the meadow where the gateway had been. That could have been no more than a flash of light, or even less. You cannot tell until it happens. Is a flash of light worth the risk of burning out yourself and every woman close to you in 100 paces or more?
Oh yeah, burning out.
Yeah, that's
So-
a great question. That might be. I can't. It's not really stated here whether the shield helped or hurt her.
Yeah, Julian interprets what they did as a weapon. But and I had left the chapter thinking, oh, like it's up to Elaine to realize that she had discovered a weapon. But now, hearing us talk about it, we don't know that they can ever recreate those conditions. The shield is what cut her off. What if the shield protected her from being, overrun?
Right.
The fact that she couldn't touch the source might have kept her from burning out.
Yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
point. They say, Elaine does say, quote, "At least we found a new weapon. Perhaps I should not be happy about that, but with the Shanshin back, I am."
Right.
And that's when Avienda says, "Man, it could have just been a little," and everyone gets burnt out. It wasn't necessarily gonna be a big explosion, but
I suppose they could shield. The thing is, you don't know what happened to the shielder. We know the shieldees survived, but the shielder was within the vicinity of the explosion and died, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It was reverted out of the pattern.
Yeah.
We don't
There are
really
no
know.
bodies.
You may say I'm a shielder.
So
Yeah,
was
no
this,
bodies.
is this
That's
different?
Right.
is this different than balefire, or did they just discover another way to make balefire?
That's such a good question. I have no idea because that doesn't. There were no bodies. I forgot about that. I have that written down too.
So they
Somebody
vaporized,
wished there were bodies to confirm the deaths.
right?
So like, did they die? Were
Were they vaporized?
fired into something else? I don't. Something else. Somewhere.
Was it literally
somewhere.
a power nuke that vaporized them, or were they balefired back out of existence? Right.
Right.
Mm.
The
You described it
Elaine
the same way. It was
and
a flash of white light, which is how balefire is described, right? A bar of white light.
correct, a bar of like liquid fire, white light. And this is where we see that Avienda said, "Oh, you did great, actually. The first time I did it, I was dealing with like a little fucking knot, and it took me 50 tries. You pretty much almost got it. You're doing great." She's like, "Thanks."
Ooh, your braiding skills are so good.
And Elaine and Avienda both have like trauma battle boners, and they're like, "I want to be your first sister." And she's like, "I want to be yours too." She kisses her on the cheek. Avienda's like, "Oh snap! You just kissed me in public in front of Brigitte?" Shit. She does it anyways. I want to be your sister too. Kiss.
Doesn't she do like a little like if there's an Aiel specific way that she gives her a hug and a kiss, and it's like by putting her fingers on her
2 fingers.
twisting her fingers to her mouth or something?
2 fingers.
Two
Fingers in a orifice. I thought it was the 2 middle fingers. I thought it was those. 2 of the
I
pink.
can't do it. This one keeps popping up.
The 2 of the pink ones.
Bless.
And then
She panted.
and then we get Chulene.
Panted.
Chulene. Please don't take Elaine from a man. Chulene is riding her favorite rockin' Sagani. Chulene's rocking on rockin'.
She's rocking the rocking.
She sees the farm. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just doing reconnaissance. I'm just being the eye in the sky. No big deal. I can't see shit up here. It's great."
And then, boom. The explosion happens. We see it real time in her thing. The rocket pulls up the end. She's like to her co-pilot. Boy, that was close, right? Oh, the co-pilot, the safety harness ripped. This is why we have OSHA, guys. Standards matter.
Yep.
Let's have some stupid leather strap as a safety thing. Nylon.
Now, what did you guys think of how just cool she was? Like, she was like talking about like, hey, we're gonna get, you know, like she was just chummy and like friendly to the other soldiers, letting them talk, even though that's probably not against the rules. She's like, it doesn't matter. We're way up here. Let's talk.
It's funny because I think the show does a good job of like showing how cowed all of the Sanshin are. The Shanshin.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think she's super scarred, right? Like, she's like, oh, no big deal. Another dead body, right?
Uh-huh.
She's totally like been traumatized. And we've seen it already with the Suladam and the Sul. I mean, every time we've seen the Sunshine, they're like,
They're hardcore.
they're not like individuals.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Try. No, you froze for a second. Can you try again, Josh?
I was saying just the Sanshin are not like happy people. Like they've been traumatized.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. They're like hardcore people that have seen a lot of trauma in their life, whether they realize it or not, or recognize it as trauma. They're like, they have some hardcore ways about them, and I think that it shows like in their personalities. I actually don't really totally like the show's Shanshin, to be honest, because I never imagined them like sitting around giggling and making snarky remarks and I don't know, like being relaxed in ever in any way, shape, or form. And so I thought it was weird to see them like hanging out, you know?
Chummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and making fun of Loyal.
Yeah, making Loyal dude treat and be like, dance. You know, like it's just weird.
I haven't watched that episode.
I imagine them being much more like we're reading, you know, like just fucking brutal, cutthroat.
Wait, Josh, you haven't watched the show?
I haven't watched the latest episode.
Okay.
Oh shit. Well.
Let's talk after. You watch it, it's pretty great.
This ends with the Shanshin point of view. They see the explosion. The guy, or the woman up there, Shulane, was like, "Oh shit, this is a weapon that these Aes Sedai are dangerous with now. This is something I need to say." It says, hold on. Everyone said this was land full of Marathadamane waiting to be collared, but with this new weapon, these women who called themselves Aes Sedai were true danger. Something had to be done about them, something decisive. Perhaps if the High Lady Sarath was on her way to Abu Dar, she would see the need too. That's how chapter 6 ends. What about any of these chapters that you wanted to talk about? Elaine's, the Bowl of the Wind, Nynaeve, Lan, anything about that you wanted to point out before we wrap this up?
I don't think so.
Okay. Next week, we will be doing 4 chapters. They're a little bit longer, 7 through 10. It's about 85 pages or so. So
did we already get hey, did you guys get she moaned through her teeth?
Did we what?
No. No, but that's a really good one.
Thank you.
Did you guys get?
Yeah.
Hey,
Just want to make sure we check them all off, you know?
Yep. Perfect.
She
We're done
thought
with
some
the
of them
Elaine
might
and
be
Nynaeve
loose.
for at
That's
least
fine.
this because it's skipping to Perrin on the next chapter. So it's good to get a little break.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I want to
And
keep
I'm always
reading,
glad
so I'm
to-
excited.
I'm glad to talk to you guys each and every week. I appreciate this commitment you guys do.
Thanks, Brother Dan.
Yeah, BD.
VDM.
Everyone, no!
Remember that parody of "You've got Betty Davis eyes, you've got Marty Feldman eyes."
Yep. All right, one more time. Everyone with the
What
eyes.
was that parody? Was that a...
Google it. It was an
All right,
actual.
all right, Kay, big eyes for 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. Screenshot. All right. Hey, before we go, I want to say thanks for being a trooper, Robot. We came down hard on your salsa bagels, and then you kind of got dogpiled on by chat. You're a sport. That's awesome. I hope you eat as many salsa bagels as you want. Yeah.
And also,
please-
Jamie, if you want to play along, like straight out play along, just stop at chapter 10, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
And we'll get you on
I
the show.
do not mean see you next Tuesday. I meant like literally see you next. We'll
See you next Tuesday.
see you.
Reach out.
Two-finger
Not-
salute.
Not if I see you first. All right, guys. As, just before we leave, this is how Brother Dan sees himself. This is
Yeah,
how we
Brother
see
Dan
him, and this is how we see him.
He's
All right, everyone, run for your lives. This is the way to leave.
best
Read and
picture
fuck
ever.